Hello everyone, myself Monica SD, bearing USN 1V20 CS091, SVCE College, Department of CSE. So, what's in this for you? What's what are the topics which are covered in this PPT? What exactly is the data? Before learning the data mining, we have to learn about the data. What is data? And what exactly is the data mining and data warehousing, and difference between the online transaction process and online analytical process. So before heading into the data mining and data warehousing, first let us discuss about the data. So what is data? Data is the information. It is the information that is being analyzed for the patterns. Data can be in different patterns or in similar patterns, or in different formats, etc. And what are the relationship for it? So where do we get the data from? Data can be collected from databases, data warehousing, and also even from the social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc. as we are as we are using as many people are using now. Collection of data, objects and their attributes. It is the collection of data, objects and their attributes. An attribute is a property or the characteristic of an object. For example, high color of a person or the temperature, etc. Attribute is also known as a variable, field, character. The collection of the attribute describes an object. And what exactly? Now we'll study about what is data mining. The alternative name of data mining is the knowledge discovery. Data mining is a non-trivial. It is not obvious. It is not exactly uh, uh, it is not exact knowledge. It should be extracted from the data base. Implicit. What is implicit? Implicit is the knowledge which is inbuilt in the data. Extract only from the data, which is inbuilt in the database, extracted from the data. And it is also potentially useful. Potentially, the data is very useful and previously unknown. Previously unknown in the sense before this data should not be in use. Data mining is multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary. So, what is interdisciplinary? All these techniques which we are using from various technologies such as database technology, statistics, virtualization, other disciplines, information science, machine learning, together to solve come put together or come together to solve this important problem of knowledge discovery. And data mining would be an uh, historical data, not an present data or the current data. So data has some regularity and some kind of structure in the data and form a huge amount of data. So so as we can see what kind of data it can be in data warehousing, transaction database, relational database, and advanced database or applications are also being used. As we can see in this slide, data streams and sensor data, and time series data, temporal data, sequence data, and also the very important object relational database. heterogeneous database and legacy database, spatial data and spatio-temporal data, multimedia database, text database, worldwide database. The uh, the architecture of the data mining, as we can see in this beautiful slide, the architecture of the database. The data which we get are in the form of bulk, and it is not in a formatted way or in a similar formatted or a pattern. So to uh, the data which we are getting from World Wide Web, it can be, the data can be in World Wide Web database, the data can be from database, data warehouse, and other uh, repositories. In this process, data cleaning, the next process comes here is the data cleaning, integration, and selection. Data cleaning, integration, and selection. Data data cleaning has two types: data redundancy and data irrelevant. Data redundancy, which means if there are same kind of data in many rows, we can delete all except one to remove redundancy. And uh, and another one of data cleaning is the data irrelevant. The irrelevant data can be removed from the database. And integration is the collection of the data, and after this the selection of the data takes place. In data warehousing, storage of data is being formed. The data warehouse server storage of data is been taken place. Storage of data is taken place. Data mining, in data mining engine, the selection of the data the selection of the data and the transformation of the data. For it, the data are in the form of different patterns, and there's not in the similar format where the knowledgeable representation or the graphical user interface the user wants. So we are transforming it to the similar. So the selected data are transformed to the similar data, similar format. That step is called as a data mining. And then is the data evaluation. It is observing the data whether they are in regular pattern or they are in the structured they are structured in a similar pattern, and then sending it to the knowledge base. And lastly, it is the graphical user interface. Data warehousing, it is the process of collecting, storing, and managing large volume of data from various sources, and collecting, storing, managing, designed to support business intelligence activities such as reporting, data analysis, and decision making. So it is also involved in data extraction, data transformation, data loading, and data storage. If the data is clean formatted, the data is being clean formatted with the consistent format. So as we can see in this diagram, the bulk of data which we can see are divided into operational database, and in architecture of the data warehousing, there are three different uh, three types, I mean three divisions: bottom tier data warehouse, middle tier OLAP server, and a top tier front end tools. In data is divided into operational database and other sources. Operational database are, are, are the data in which the operations can be performed. And next we can see the load, extract, transfer, load, refresh. The bulk of data is being taken by the load and it is transformed to the data warehouse. The metadata is the data about the data where it contains, for example, if we get the data, if the data is being present, the metadata is the what is the storage capacity of the data, how much length it takes, and what is the format of the data, etc. It is monitor and integrating. And next and next is the queries. Once a user asks the queries, it goes and search for the data which the user is asking for it. And next, OLTP versus OLAP. OLTP, as I already told, online transaction processing system, and OLAP is the online analytical processing system. So which is also called as the online database modifying system. This can be modified system, and OLAP is the query answering. We are answering what we wanted. And as we can see in this, the difference between the OLTP and the OLAP: normal experience person can be uh, is the type of the user, and knowledgeable person, number of users are here many, and knowledgeable persons are very less. It functions as a day-to-day function. It is a decision support. The data is current. Here is the historical. It is not present. The data is not present. It is already been done. Here we can access read and write. We can modify or change the data. Here it is only read. We cannot modify. We are focusing here is in OLTP. Here is the data input. Here the information as output. Number of records are hundreds. In your OLAP, online analysis process is in millions. Database size, it is maximum TBs. This is greater than terabytes. Thank you.